What's going on, guys? Hello again. Welcome to the next video for Amazon Selling Hustle. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I run Amazon pay-per-click campaigns. We'll talk about the effectiveness of running it. I'll show you how to run an automatic campaign and then how to use your automatic campaign reports to run a more targeted campaign. And ultimately, I'll show you which metrics are most important to me. They might not be most important to you, but the ones I look at the most when I am trying to improve on my advertising. I have a budget. I spend roughly about $5,000 to $7,000 a year on advertising. Right now, I'm trying to get that number up to 10 to 15. So I want to double it within the next 2 to 3 months as far as pace, and see what kind of results that net me. Currently, I am running at a 23% advertising budget or cost of sale budget, which is excellent because how it works is you have to figure out what your margin is on the product that you sell or all your products. On the product I run advertising campaigns on, the margin on that product I believe is 52% margin. Think of like 51.64 or something like that to be exact. So let's just say 52% margin. So the A cost or advertising cost is 23%. That leaves me with 30. What would that? Would it 52% minus 23%? So almost 29% profit on sales I probably would have never gotten. It's putting me in locations that I'm not campaigning under, words that I'm not targeting in my title. So it's putting me in a lot of space or impressions. It's giving me a lot of impressions that normally my listing would not rank for. Now, certainly it's taking some of the space that my listing does rank for, and people are clicking on my sponsored ads versus clicking on my organic ad, which would be free to me for them to click on, but the sales are going through the sponsored ad, so that costs me a click and costs me some money. But at the end of the day, the benefit heavily outweighs the disadvantages, or the pros heavily outweigh the cons. I recommend running advertising as soon as you can. So when do you run advertising? The day you run advertising is the day you get, I would say, your first 2 to 3 reviews on your product. If your product does not have any reviews, I would not recommend you run any advertising. You just won't make the sales. You won't make the sales because people rely heavily. I'm talking 95% of the Amazon world rely heavily on a product review. And without your product having any reviews, for whatever reason, you just don't get sales when you're running a campaign. You can trust me on that because I've tried running a campaign with 0 and I got 0 results. It wasn't until I got 3 verified reviews and ran campaigns that all of a sudden my sales jumped from 3 to 8 to 10 to 15 to 20 per day based on having PPC campaign advertising going. That was only 2 reviews. It took me about a week, about 7 days to get those 2 reviews. I had 2 people buy my products at full price and then wait a few days and then leave me a review. So I just needed 2. I told a lot of people to leave me unverified reviews, which happened as well. Again, these are against Amazon's terms of service, so it's not recommended to do that type of stuff. But it's at the end of the day, it's on you to approach your business how you feel best to approach your business. And my goal was just to get a couple, so I was going to take the risk of getting just some reviews. They stuck. As soon as I had a couple reviews, actually it was like 3, and then I had 5 within a few more days after that with a couple more unverified reviews. I was able to get my product running well with Amazon pay-per-click advertising. So let's get right into it. The first thing I want to show you about pay-per-click advertising is just the dashboard or the main screen. You can set your main screen here. You can create the look, so you can customize it to what you want to see. You can add your metrics to it. Easy to do. Just click your metrics. They give you your options. I set it up. I want to see my sales first. Then I want to see, secondly, I want to see how much I'm spending. Okay. And then third, I want to see the total orders. Then fourth, I want to see some metrics like my ACost, average ACost for the month. And then I want to see maybe my impressions or how many clicks I've had in total of people clicking on my ad. But I don't know, I prefer impressions. It makes me feel better to see how many spots my advertising is showing up versus how many people are clicking my ad and costing me money but not actually buying my product. That kind of irritates me. So there's my basic setup of each one. Now you can change the range of it. You can go yesterday, you can go month to date, last month, you can go year to date, lifetime. It doesn't matter. You can change them all. Year to date, going back to what, January, I'm at 8,000 in sales, so 9,000 in sales off of this particular advertising campaign. I've spent $2,300. And again, like I said, I want to get that to 7 to 10, hopefully by the end of the year, because I know that I am running a really good profit margin right now on my advertising. I like to keep mine at last month's numbers. Is that last month? Last week? I don't want last week. I want last month. There we go. Some of my products I don't run advertising on. They're not popular on advertising. It costs me more money than I make, so I just leave my ads and I run it organically, and I funnel sales to them through Facebook and Instagram and YouTube channels. But for my two primary products, I run advertising on them all the time to get me sales. Now, let's go into how to create a campaign. The first campaign that you want to create when you're doing advertising, let's say you got your third verified review. It's been a week. Your listing's been live. You've managed to get 3 hustled. You've sold people your product. You've sold 3 people your product. They have promised to leave you a review. Now it's a weekend. You have 3 reviews that have come up. Let's run advertising. The first advertising you're going to run is an automatic campaign. Now, automatic campaigns in general, they're just a very broad, generic campaign using all the words in your listing title. So, for example, let's go to my inventory. We'll pull up, let's pull up these super wobble balls. I got to get rid of these super wobble balls. I got like so many in my inventory. It's a retail arbitrage product. I bought them for relatively cheap. Bought them for like $10. And they're selling for like $50 on Amazon. But I got a lot in stock. They've been trickling out the door, which I don't mind because they're making me like $30 profit every time I sell one. But I want to target this particular product. So the first thing I want to do is I want to run an automatic campaign on that product. So I'm going to create a campaign, and similar steps to a coupon. I'm going to name my campaign. So let's call it, I don't know, you can call it retail arbitrage, so RA, wobble ball. Okay. Same thing, you can give it a daily budget. Daily budget is the maximum amount of money you want to spend per day on your advertising campaign. So you can set it at, I think, a minimum of $1 a day. You can set it at $5, $10, $20. For automatic campaigns, I would recommend put it at $5. We don't want it too high, the daily budget, because it will get reached. You will spend that $5 a day, but with an automatic campaign, you will start to generate reports on who is searching for your product. And those reports are worth however much money you're going to spend running your automatic campaign. So you'll get reports on who's searching your product and what words they're searching for. And you'll get reports on exactly how much money you're making from each word, how much money you're spending from each word, your return on your investment. So $5 a day, you're going to run your campaign. Run it for a couple weeks. So start it on the day that you're going to list it. So we can list it for right away. For today, I can start the campaign literally right now, and it'll go live in 15 minutes. And for an automatic campaign on your first listing, let's run it for about a week to 2 weeks. So October, we don't want to go that far. Let's go from April 7th. Let's go for 1 week to 2 weeks. So let's go 2 weeks. I'm going to run my campaign for 2 weeks, or let's just say 10 days. Let's go back a little bit. Let's go 10 days. I'm going to run my campaign. I want to run an automatic targeted campaign. Save time and let Amazon target your ads to all relevant customer searches based on your product info. You can see more details there. Targeting. Auto uses a search term report to monitor which keyword variations triggered your ads. This will help you learn which keywords can perform well in a manual campaign. And that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to run a report, see what words are performing well, what words are paying us back, and then we are going to run a manual campaign following that. So let's continue this step. Okay, you can name the group. It's whatever. So we'll call it group 1 wobble. This stuff is really, I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to naming it because I don't use that information at the end of the day. And it's not a group. I'm just using one product. So, well, in this one, I'm going to use the group of wobbles. So I'm going to type in wobble. Okay, we're going to search for my wobbles. Does that come up? Nope. So let's search for product. Ball. Search. See if ball comes up. Anything with balls in my inventory. There's my exercise ball. There's my wobble balls. So I want to do this one. I can add multiple. In the case of your private label, you'll probably just do the one product, your private label launch in it. I'm going to do this one product, but because it has variations, I'm just going to put all the variations in. Okay, another variation. And there's a couple more. Oop, one more right there. Select that one. I think that is it for those. And then some other stuff here. Books are ineligible. You can't run PPC campaign on books. And then, like I said, the other one you cannot run it on is anyone in the sexual wellness category as well. So once you have your one product in there, you're going to select it. And then you're going to go down to your default bid. Now they'll recommend a default bid. Suggested default bid in this case is 40 cents. But the bid range that you can go from is between 2 cents to 70 cents. So if you want to be in the middle, that's fine. I usually recommend leave it for your automatic campaign. Leave it in the middle. And then once you get to your manual campaign, we'll show you exactly how to do that. So we'll leave ours at the suggested default bid. If you really want to be aggressive and not lose sales, you can increase that bid. Again, it's a bidding process. So if there are multiple people bidding on the keywords that you are bidding on, whoever has that most bid, so maybe there is 10 of you or 5 of you, and maybe one guy set it at 55 cents, his bid is going to win. You'll stop at 40. The next bid will be 41 cents. He will win at 41 cents. And that's how bidding works on all platforms. So for this particular product, I don't mind upping it to 50 cents and winning that bid. Hopefully I can win the bids at 50 cents. 50. Save and finish, and that's it. That's how you create an automatic campaign. So now my campaign usually takes about 15 minutes, or well, it can take up to an hour before your ad is eligible. So once your ad is eligible, you're ready to go. You'll then see your ad down here. I have a few ACOS ads, I call them wobble ball ads, slider ads, optimized ads. Like I created a few different ones just based on different advertising strategies I'm trying to employ. All right, guys, that's it for automatic campaigns. I will see you in the next video where we run targeted manual campaigns.